Hello, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you the top best ways to get PCs, budget, woohoo. I'm just going to be giving you a bunch of ideas on how to get budget PCs. I'm also going to be giving you a bunch of tips, tricks, etc. So let's start off with a good one. So, where is the best place to find used PCs? Well, there's a few places. There's used markets such as eBay, Java.gg, and Facebook Marketplace. And then there's also Facebook Marketplace, which is absolutely amazing to find used PCs. You see, Facebook Marketplace is the home to pretty much getting an amazing deal, even in 2025. There was a really good RTX 3070 deal with 32 gigs of RAM for £700. Now, this is a fully pre-built PC as well. So that includes the fan, the CPU, GPU, all of that. So it's amazing. Now, would I recommend this to people? Yes. But if people don't like going for used, then I am so sorry, but the only way of getting a budget PC now is literally just going used. I don't think there is such thing as a not used new. So yeah, there's just not a thing there's no such thing as a new PC that's budget. There's just no thing. I think the closest thing to a new budget PC is £600 to $600 to $800. It's just not worth it. Now, where else could you also get a really good deal of a PC? Well, I'll tell you. So there is also the usual desktop GPU combo that people can do, where they can find used desktops for a really good price, and then they can just get themselves a GPU. They can just slap the GPU into the desktop, and ta-da, you've got yourself a gaming PC. Now, it doesn't look good, don't get me wrong, but it is a gaming PC. I recently did a short where I reviewed an i5 6500 with an RTX 2060, and that was able to get like really good performance. So I'm pretty sure like Red Dead, it got like 60 FPS medium settings. It was all for $300, $300 gaming PC. So pretty good. Now, another thing as well is you can also go for a DDR3 PC as well. So these PCs would include i7s. So an example would be an i7 4790K. That would be absolutely beautiful to do. And the main reason why is because a i7 4790K, sorry, is the best when it comes to DDR3. It's the best CPU, and you're using DDR3, which is the cheapest at the moment. DDR3 hasn't really changed one bit, so you're able to get 32 gigs of DDR3 RAM for about $60 to $90, which is really bloody good, considering the fact that in the past, well, considering that right now, the only way of getting 32 gigs of RAM is if you sell a kidney, an organ, a liver, and maybe even a heart. You might be able to afford 16 to 24 gigs, maybe. It just depends. Now, another way of finding a really good deal is checking your local markets, because usually you might be able to find a couple of pre-builts, because usually where I'm from there is like one or two pre-builts that I usually see in a couple of shops. There was one where it had a i7 8700 with a GTX 1660 Ti and 1TB of hard drive space, and that was getting sold for £180, which is really good, because I usually tend to find that a lot of these just close markets or just like smaller shops just don't really tend to know the pricing as much. So it was pretty much a good steal. So anyways, let me talk about the final one. So the final one, the main important one. What if you're incredibly low with money to the point where you can only afford a GPU? I got you, my friend. I really should not have done that, I am so sorry. But no, I have got you. Usually when there is big tech companies, they chuck out a lot of their desktops. And the main reason why is because they're either after the newest and greatest, or they're after something a bit better. So what I would highly recommend is you just looking around a bunch of tech places, look around the dumpsters, and you should be able to find a lot of just maybe like one or two just chucked PCs, and you will tend to find a couple of chucked PCs every now and again. Now these PCs could vary from having something like an i5 2nd gen, or it could have an i3 10th gen or i3 12th gen. I mean, heck, it might be able to have an i7 12th gen, so that's if you're lucky. And it might even come with an SSD, RAM, and all that. And if that is the case, all you need to do is buy a budget GPU, which in that case could be, for example, if the case is really small, you could go for an RX 6400, which is a low bracket GPU. And you might not even want to go for that. You might want to go for just a local bracket. I was gonna say a low bracket GPU. Or you could go for like a small form factor GPU. So I mean, either one works. So that is what I'd recommend if you're on like a really bad budget, like $100, because then you can spend $100 on just that GPU alone. Now, for my final trick and tip, and whatever the hell you want to call it, it's a really nice one called do a couple of extra hours just to earn a little bit of extra dough. So if you're a kid, just mow a couple of lawns to earn some extra money so you can increase the budget of your price so you can go for a bit of a better one. That, or you could wait until the AI problem is solved, because now, I'm not going to confirm this, but from the way it's looking, there is an AI bubble that is about to pop. And the main reason why is because AI is losing a lot of money, so we might not be in this AI situation for long, but what I would recommend is wait. And the main reason why is because it can't really get any worse than this, because if it does get worse than this, all we can do is rely on used places, which worst case scenario is you just buy yourself a used PC. So another thing as well is, like, if you like desperately want a PC, like I would recommend at the moment switching to alternatives such as like old Xboxes or old PlayStations, just so that you can just play games for a cheap, affordable price. So there is that option as well. And I'm not gonna lie, an Xbox One X is literally just a 4K PC at this point, except you can't multitask. That's literally it. And I literally mean you can't just multitask. Like, you can write Word documents, you can listen to you can watch YouTube, you can play games. So it literally is just a mini PC at this point that's just can't really do everything a PC can. There is also video editing software as well for PlayStation and Xbox, but Xbox isn't really that good with video editing stuff. So yeah, so that's it for today's video. So I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm joking, you don't have to do any of that because I'm not that person. So if you want to do that stuff, then go ahead, but all I say is just watch future content and hopefully I'll do better. And another thing as well is please comment on the video what I can do better, and if you want like a video idea, just let me know down in the comments as well, because I'm willing to do anything at this point. Like, I want to just make it as fun as possible, this channel. Like, I'm absolutely loving the stuff that I'm doing on this channel, so just let me know down in the comments what you'd like me to do. I'm willing to do crazy crap, like run 100 GPUs on a PC or some stupid crap like that. So yeah. Anyways, other than that, enjoy, have a great day, and peace out.